This is Crazy, aka Why Must I Sign In? And here I'm going to be playing Star Armada 2, and
And
hopefully...
so this is Star Armada 2, but in a private game this time. So the first time we did play, there was the tiny problem that the enemy teams were pretty much all tanks, except probably the Armada 2, which I kind of wanted to try to sneak, but yeah.
So the difference in,
You wanted to snake.
To sneak behind and kill the miner.
yeah, the difference in, streaming philosophy is that Ricky
How rare.
broadcasts everything he says to Ventrilo,
And they.
even when he's only talking to his recording. So, yeah, that's something he does. It's kind of annoying, actually. But whatever, I don't really care that much. But, like, when I'm talking to just the stream, I don't broadcast it on Ventrilo because... why would I? Anyway, it seems like Battlecruiser is still the way to go. I don't want to play that random Valkyrie thing again. It seemed terrible. Right, so yeah, unfortunately I crashed last game. I think that's because I had my stream preview open. And so sometimes it's actually the flash of the browser that causes my video card to explode. I'm not sure that's always the case though. I do think I've crashed once or twice without that being open. And some games crash much more quickly and much more frequently than others. But yeah, I don't have the preview open now, so hopefully I should be more stable and not crash this game. That would be great. So the idea I've found in this game is basically you go around and you try to farm up and you try to get your plasma battery to the point where you can basically run down enemy ships. And if you get to the point where you are dying more than killing enemy ships, you basically hard transition into pure nukes. And then you just wait until nuke is up and try to kill someone, and if you don't have nuke up, you basically just don't even leave the base. Unless you don't have enough minerals to buy a nuke. And what is with the vision radius? It's ridiculous. Like, there's a capital ship over here that was shooting me and I couldn't even see them. I think. I can't even tell. Also, yeah, it's like, in this game, sometimes it's better to just stop playing. And that sounds probably weird and stupid, and that's kind of how I've always felt about this game, that optimal play, a lot of the time, is to stop clicking buttons. Like, if you just, like, fly up here and then just stop, like, not even click stop, because there's stop, but that's not really going to help. But no, this isn't a good example. But if I like go, instead of clicking on him, if I fly toward him and then stop, then the ship will auto fly toward a higher priority target. I might actually die here. What is shooting me? I don't know. I'm not currently burning out, so that's nice, but I am very low. But you saw there, like, I stopped clicking and then it chose the better target. And now I just died without taking visible damage. Okay. There are a lot of reasons that I'm not a huge fan of this game, and I think you just saw about 4 of them right there. But, okay, so I was the first kill, because, oh, scrub me. Get more everything. So this increases the vision range. So your radius of attack is directly tied in with your vision range, and you can just keep upgrading it. And so you have to keep upgrading it. Otherwise, you can't even see the enemy team that is attacking you. You can't even figure out what ship is attacking you. And in combination with the fact that Like, what even was attacking me? Because they're Protoss ships, so their projectiles shouldn't even look like that. Was I just getting shot by battle cruisers? Like, was I getting outranged by the creeps? No, they have 9 range. Right now I have 13 range. No, that shouldn't be the case. I should have more range, I think. Isn't the vision radius going to be the same as the weapon radius? I don't know. There's so many mechanics here that are... Like, I mean, I guess the vision radius itself needs to be on a tooltip if it's going to be such a hilariously ridiculous part of the game. Because, I mean, look at how small the vision radius is of the friendly ships. Like, where is the map awareness? So I can come in here, and I can, that's Q. I can try to shoot him. I don't know if he's already to the point where I basically can't even hurt him. What am I at? I'm doing, what, 40 damage to him? It's pretty bad, especially since I'm going to be taking actually some damage from other ships. And somehow, and it never focus fires him, and I just took 3,000 damage from nothing, and random projectiles that shoot behind him are dealing more damage than... Yeah, and so these projectiles that are shooting from halfway across the map are now killing me. And so he wasn't controlling those ships that dealt, you know... And now I just died again to, like, nothing. Was I taking friendly fire damage by bumping into the cruisers that randomly spawn all over the damn map? So yeah, there's these basically siege creeps. There's the Shiva bombers.
The fuck is that?
That do 2,500 damage, and I can't even see them long enough for... Can I find one of mine somewhere?
So I pretty much lost all of my Valkyrie.
Can't even find one of these things. Oh, here's one. 2,500 damage, 30 range. So they start off with more range so that you can't see them. So basically you're trying to engage an enemy ship, and then you take 7,500 damage from a computer-controlled...
It's like something that costs way too much to replace. It's like 300. Oh, okay, it's energy. I was like, oh shit. It costs me that much just to recover my missing Valkyries. Nah, I did not lose life at that. Now, I thought it would cost 300 minerals, but it's 300 energy to recover. So, I'm like, okay, it's not too bad.
There's no tooltips to see how high I am on this other than... Okay, that's 5, that's 5. 5. This is probably a waste. It's like usually a waste to get these sorts of upgrades, but I don't care. But yeah, I don't even... This is what I experienced last game when I was playing that ship, Ricky, is that basically it's terrible. That was my impression.
I'll see if I can manage to make it not horrible, but we'll see.
I mean, I'm sure it's playable. It just seems like it's terrible to control because it's predicated on controlling a small fleet of units that you can't control. Like, you can't even direct them to go attack a location or anything. Either you, your main ship, are attacking and flying headlong into death, or you are not attacking with anything. And that just seems awful.
Although one thing that is clear, it's probably mandatory to get buyer still for that.
So actually, this radius right here, so realized I just killed the siege creep or whatever they're called. I can't even remember their names. And so these missiles are coming from the towers, actually. So this is the range of the towers. They have 25, no, they have 50 range. And they also deal this ridiculous 25,000 damage mini nuke. Which means that basically this is where all the farm is, and you're basically fighting your own farm, who is suiciding perpetually into the enemy base. And it's not like it's clear where the radius for this crap starts and ends. If I click on it, I can't even if I click on it, I can't see the radius that it actually shoots out to. And that means it's just this perpetual guessing game of, okay, how do I get close enough to farm without getting so close I'm going to take damage from these nukes that, because I want to be able to farm, I can't shoot down, right? I mean, I would get my gauze battery up to something ridiculous if I wanted to be able to shoot the nukes fast enough that I would not take damage from them. You can kill them. But if you do that, you basically are going to lose the game, right? I mean, you're going to be so underfarmed because you can't kill the battle cruisers, which are much better farm, and the big fat nuke ships that give hilarious amounts of minerals even though they're killing you while they do so. And so if you want to not die once or twice, I mean, the little laser is not going to help you that much. I mean, it's never firing except when you have a giant fat projectile on you, like this guy, which is now going to hit me, and I can't really do anything about it. You can't see how much life they have. There's no way to tell how many lasers you need to be able to take it down.
Although it's a lot of hit and run with the Valkyrie.
Oh my god, Ricky is so loud. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Holy shit! I died to to nukes!
It's
so
like,
basically
I
nukes
can't
kill
make them
you
any quieter
insanely
without
fast
actually
as the
entirely muting
Valkyrie.
them.
You need to actually notice the nuke missile.
Okay, so the nuke missile has 60 life and 10 armor. So at 0.1 attack speed, if I'm doing 12 damage, I'm basically doing nothing. So these two upgrades I got are almost entirely useless. Basically, you either have enough to kill the nuke, or you don't. And so you would need... I would need at least like 5 or 6 more upgrades to even have a chance of killing them, but too early in the game, and you're not going to be farming efficiently, so, you know, whatever. Oh, we got the big nuke ships here. We'll see if they can avoid killing themselves so that I can actually get them. But nope, of course, they died to, I don't even know what. They died to something. And so there's these giant waves of minerals that you basically will either kill you or you will get all their money. But it's basically stupid either way. Because that's the vast majority of your income, right? Are these ships that are nuking you and trying to kill you. That are suiciding into your base. And suiciding
Oh dear God!
God, why is he so loud?
I don't know what is that blue thing, but it sure kills my Valkyrie insanely fast. Oh, it's take a void cruiser. Oh. That might explain a tiny bit. Seeker then. Oh, and if my main hero die,
Alright, I've set Ricky to 50% in Ventrilo. Maybe that will help a little bit. I don't know if he will then become inaudible, but I just can't handle this thing when I'm wearing microphones. Or every time he dies. My ears explode. Why are there so many sirens today? My god, this game is so boring sometimes. But yeah, I discovered that HK has had enough range to hit me and kill me, because you can never tell how much armor will be enough until you actually see the enemy, but since your radius is often outpaced by the enemy, your vision radius, you won't even be able to really see them or see their upgrades or see how much damage they're doing until it's already, too late. Okay, I can try that, After that, it's you. I don't even know if some of this stuff is useful. So at 22 damage, that might be enough to kill a nuke. Here, let's see. No, it's at... Missile armor is 20 now. So actually, all this money I just spent on this stuff just instantly became useless because we passed another 10 minutes. And the armor went up. And so that's the thing, is you have to keep fighting the armor pacing of this junk, which means that it's like either you really commit to staying on the capacity to kill it very quickly and outpace the armor, or you're gonna get hit no matter what, and if you get hit more than like 3 times, you're dead. 49 armor now. I have 14 range, so maybe I can avoid getting, having an enemy capital ship get on me before I can respond. Q loves this game, by the way. Like, and he hates Star Battle. This is what I find very amusing. And so if I stop moving, my ship is now flying into the enemy battle cruisers, flying into the enemy capital ship, and now dying to... Oh, I'm dying to HKs, which has, for some reason, hilarious range. So the only way to really effectively target the enemy ships is to kind of stop moving. But if you stop moving, or stop focus firing, but if you stop focus firing, then your ship flies into death.
The fuck is that?
Basically, the controls in this game are just awful. I mean, I don't really have another more constructive way to describe them other than just abysmal, the worst, pain embodied in UI form, death to fun. Yeah, I don't like them. I'm not a fan. But am I going to fly off into... Oh, I managed to warp not into instant immediate death. That's always nice. Can I kill the ship before it gets stolen by the enemy? No? Oh, yeah, nice. But now a randomly generated storm hit me, which removed all my shields again. That's fine though, it doesn't really hurt that much.
Oh, dear God. It's because it's so easy to miss stake ships and this.
So the storm is actually on the minimap. What is this crap? That's stake? So that's a ship. That's an enemy capital ship. Okay. Why is my range randomly going down, right? I'm being hit by... Is it the anti-base limiter effect? Because what the hell does that mean? No? $10.15. Right, so even though this is a tank, right, he outranges me at this point in the game already. So basically I can't kite him. And this is after I'm at like the 800 mineral range upgrade. Now I'm being attacked by Steak, I guess, who, since there's Q coming up behind him, I can't actually turn and attack, right? Like, you can only attack when you're facing the enemy, which means if you're running away at all, your DPS also completely plummets. You are doing no damage whatsoever. So either you get away or you die, right? If there's no chance that you're gonna like spontaneously kill the enemy. Even though I have 14 range, I am like never actually getting on him to deal damage. 14 range in this game is not as much as it may seem. Since all you can see is the yellow, this doesn't even look like it's on my team, Honejasi's capital ship, which is just a bunch of small ships. And so this is the game. Like, I'm never actually fighting the enemy because basically he will just remove all my shields and then start wicking me down, and because I'm only doing 116 damage with my main weapon, I literally don't even hurt him. Like, I would do nothing to Q. Which means that I'm already kind of at the point where I'm basically just waiting for the game to last long enough that I can try to get a nuke. That's basically what's happened. That's what happens like every other game. Oh, I actually got that nuke, which doesn't even make sense. I guess some nukes scale and others don't, based on what's going on. Oh, I got hit by the computer-controlled nuke, which I could have tried to avoid, but I would have risked losing the kill on it, which is too significant a part of my income to bother with. So just eat it. Now I'm in the side lane, and I'm clicking once and then not moving my ship. That's basically optimal play. Like this right here, what I'm doing right here, this thing where I'm not moving at all, that's basically the best thing you can possibly do in this game sometimes. Right? Because if I go any further, I'm like nearly already in range of the nukes. The enemy team's creeps will spawn on me. I'm going to lose those ships, but I mean, there's a pretty decent chance I wasn't going to get them anyway.
Fuck!
Oh, but now the enemy hero is on me, so I overextended against the hero that I basically can't even shoot because he just comes up on my butt. And I can't even see him. He doesn't appear very clearly on the screen. Like, there's no even ship there to see. I really just... I'm trying to think of, like, every single decision in this game that ISIS Master made. And I think I disagree with damn near every one, right? I mean... Like, you can't focus fire your weapons, practically. To target anything, you have to fly into it. There's no way to maintain a position or kite in a way that is at all sane. So basically you just don't kite, right? Either you overpower your enemy or you don't. And so since every ship has such horrendously different move speeds, every ship is either completely impervious to damage or capable of instantly killing everything. Sometimes both. And there's no way to really change how fast you farm.
Where did that nuke come from?
It's just RNG of whether you happen to be near where the big money ships spawn, and you hope your allied creeps don't kill them before you do, because you're never, if you fly at them, you're never going to make it in time. Meanwhile, you have enough passive upgrade, like every 10 minutes or so, that basically you just wait for the game to play itself. And then you buy your big ultimate and hope you can come back and actually start playing the game at that point.
I guess I have another plan, but
they only need 5 more kills to win. So literally, like, because of Steak here, who I can't even target for some reason. Like, I mean, if I target... No, I'm not even shooting him. Like, no one on my team can hurt him at this point. I mean, I was right next to Kelf, practically. So, now...
It also doesn't help that as soon that my leader,
GG.
Valkyrie, dies, I'm dead. As opposed to just select the other one and actually not die
I mean, I
as
could have
long as
bought a
that
detection,
one
but it's not even
Valkyrie.
clear why I can't target him. Is it because he's invisible? Because I can see the purple crap. Does that mean he's visible or not? What does that mean? What am I being attacked by?
Although it's still kind of lame that.
He's in the base. He's destroying.
Are
what
you
it- what- I don't even know
consider
what these things are.
cloak,
He's destroying
stake,
death
or
gates, whatever the hell these
you're
things
some
are.
kind of effect that?
Yeah, apparently they don't have detection, I guess. Oh,
Because I'm not even
sure
sure I can actually kill you if
Nobody know.
if in theory I have the weapon to do so.
You would think it would be the green, but apparently the green is not detection. What are these different fields even indicating? I'm guessing the range of the missiles, the tactical nukes will go out to the green circle. But then what's the range of detection? And am I even being attacked by an invisible unit? I guess that's the presumption, right? But the thing is that you could see this. I can't even buy the ship to show you.
I hope
show you
so.
what the upgrade would look like. But your detection is, the cheap one, is again, a shoot forward detection, right? There's no way to detect something when it's coming at you from behind. And he has a higher move speed than me, and I can't target him. So basically, like, what do you even do? But I mean, the whole point is that I was just at that point waiting to get a nuke anyway, so who cares? I was literally, if I could respawn, I was just gonna AFK because, like, who gives a shit? Like, literally right now, this is just the exact same thing I would be doing, except I would have a ship right here. This is what Kelth is doing half the time. He's, like, farming, I presume he's farming with his onboard fighters. But I have no idea. He could just be AFK, and that would be fine. Like, that's basically optimal play, too. So yeah, it's entirely possible to take the precepts of, you know, having a spaceship fight other spaceships in space and have the resulting game just be completely dismal, which is my personal opinion of Star Armada 2. Like, I've tried to... It's not even, right, it's not that... What even is this? It's not that ISIS doesn't understand my points. It's that he wants a different type of MOBA, right? This is... It looks very similar to Star Battle.
Get away from me, Steak!
But it has no actual resemblance in terms of what it feels like when you're playing it. It is a totally different game. It's basically a game that you cannot have skill at, right? Skill is literally impossible in this game because everything is so swingy. You know, you have your 1.63 movement speed with 1 billion armor that has 1 million range, but still doesn't really do much damage, right? If you're tank, if it's tank versus tank, neither ship is going to hurt anything else. But the supposed kind of like quasi-damage ships, like, is a battlecruiser a damage ship? Because if you can get your plasma battery up to like 100 early on, you can run around dominating everything. I don't know how people do that, though. I think you have to get like these early kills somehow, which I've never really... Like, you have to be up against a 6-person team. And so because they only have 3 ships, one of which I can't target at all, one of which I can target all the time, and, oh yeah, so they have 2 tanks, which I can't hurt at all, and another ship which I can't target. So basically, like, my battlecruiser can do all of jack and shit in this game until I have a nuke, at which point I instantly win. And it's not like they can dodge the nuke, right? Because they have 2 tanks. They will never be able to outrun the nukes. And my nukes, once they have a few upgrades, would instantly kill them. Right, so Kelth is now, you know, Kelth has finally got, or I'm surprised, I think this was LMG's nuke, actually. But LMG now must have his nuke. And so when LMG goes around nuking, the nuke's instantly one-shot whatever. and so Steak dies to clouds or whatever. Actually, I don't even think this. I think this was not LMG's nuke. I think this was actually just a normal base nuke, and Steak died to a base nuke somehow. I don't know why he wasn't cloaked. Like, he seemed to have near permacloak. I'm sure if I actually played Steak's ship, I would find it dismal as well. That's the thing. What I find unique about this game is that I can be very frustrated losing to certain ships, but when I play those ships, I find that I hate playing them, right? Like, the thing is that I find it very frustrating to play against the Eternal, because it's this tank that sits out here and never really seems to take damage. But the thing is that if you're playing an Eternal, you're sitting out here, and you're never really able to do anything until you have a million upgrades. Right? I mean, he can't engage. He can never attack someone. He just sits out here waiting for someone to attack him and fail. Later on, he can engage when he has, you know, these hilarious number of upgrades. But, you know, we're now 43 minutes into the game, and it's not like he can, even at this point, really do anything to have any ship-for-ship combat. Like, so this is just this static, stationary farm-off, where both ships sit in the middle, unable to go basically past their third of the map, right? There's a third of the map that is completely dominated by the base. There's the third of the map that is the only place anyone can farm. And this isn't even a third of the map, because there's all this, which is just dead terrain. This is all just pointless. It could be removed entirely. There could just be a wall here, and the game would be essentially the same. And that's the same with up here. So we have, like, this weird column. And so we have a third of the map that's blocked off, that it has these towers within, like, hilarious range that you're never going to be able to do anything against until the game is already over. And the other team has their third of the map. And so there's this less than a third of the map, this little tiny sliver of area where you can fight over the farm. But fighting over the farm, because ships are so swingy, makes very little difference. You really
Why the heck?
like
I have the ultra long range
and I got
version,
another 800
and
gas
it
and
sure
800
doesn't
minerals.
seem to attack quite far easily.
And so you just wait for the game to give you passively anything you need, or maybe try to be part of a kill at some point in the game. And then you get your ultimate and then instantly win. And it's like, why not just start with the ultimates and save yourself an hour of, like, mostly boring, fairly tedious, entirely pointless gameplay. Anyway, I'm just gonna AFK now until this game ends because, yeah.
The hell? I'm actually trying to aim a specific, but this missile really doesn't seem to go. The long range missile really doesn't seem to go off easily, but really not easily. It's like I could easily ram any nearby unit just because of that. At this point, I'm kind of forced to agree with Crazy that the Valkyrie sucks. For all. Or I really don't know how to play it right.
Hey guys, how's it going? Krapan here. Today I want to talk about shamans, just the class in general.
True, but still. Ah, what? Oh, dear God. Your ship is too invisible as Steak. Way too much. And I'm all out of life. But yeah, first time and last time that I'm going to play Valkyrie.
Yep, that was pretty much my sense last game. Honestly, every time I play this map, I'm like, okay, this is the last time I play this map.
Well, it depends. It's just clearly the Valkyrie is not for me if supposed to be played in some very specific way.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, except about the map.
Although the Void Seeker just seems lame because he seems to be able to cloak and attack, melee attack for a lot of damage, and you really don't easily see him come at you. So, and a way I feel it might be worse than the Void Ray.
Giving every ship detection would not actually make it better, because then you would be hard countered, right, if the ship is predicated on detection. I mean, I couldn't even tell if you were cloaked or not for half the game. You have a giant purple thing that you spam around you. Like, what is this supposed to mean to me? How is this communicating what the ship does? I guess it indicates your position, but then you're still invisible. So it's like you're supposed to know where the ship is, so that you can then use your forward-facing detection projectile to hit it. Except that means that you then have to be facing the ship to be able to detect it. Which, since it is a melee fighter versus, you know, a ranged ship, you know, if you're trying to move back toward the base, well, oh, you're shit out of luck.
I'll try to mostly stay in base. Ow! No, get away from me. What? Oh, okay. Yeah,
Good job, Ricky.
so
You're a
last
hero.
time, yeah, I'm your hero to end this game sooner. But yeah, last time I'm going to play as a Valkyrie, it dies way too quickly.
I think I'm just gonna put that map back on kind of auto skip mode. There's no phase of the game that is ever fun. It's boring at the start, it's boring in the middle, and then it's boring at the end. It's just pretty much boring for a solid hour straight, with literally no enjoyment at any point therein.